Hi everyone, welcome to my live. Hope you're all doing well tonight. I hope everyone's having a good beginning of the week. The weekends go by fast, don't they? But it's Tuesday, so we're getting there. I'm just waiting to see if I'm going to come up. Okay, I see that now. Fix this up. Okay, that looks good. All right, so my name is Laura Roderick. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And welcome. Thank you for watching, whether it's live or on the replay or on YouTube. I appreciate you watching. We're going to have fun today. It's time to make some more Valentine's Day cards. We made some last week. They were cutesy cards. Now, this week's cards are a little different. They're a little bit fancier. Interestingly enough, I'm not using any ribbon this week, so I thought that was kind of strange when I was starting to cut the projects. I was like, oh, I didn't use any ribbon anywhere. But I hope you like the projects, and I hope you have fun crafting along with me. I'm going to turn my camera down, and we'll go ahead and get started. Say hi if you're online. All right, let me flip this. All right. Make sure the placement's good so you can see. Okay, great. All right, so this is our mini catalog, and we're going to be using some products out of this today for the Valentines. Let me show you the page. And this is the Love and Happiness bundle. And there's some really fun dies in here, and also a nice stamp set that's got lots of different wishes. It's got Valentine's Day, but it also has things like wedding, anniversary, engagement, some really nice sentiments in here for other cards too. So the first bundle that we're going to use tonight is, this is the Always in My Heart bundle. Now this one is a bundle that's in the annual catalog, and I've actually... I'm looking at, sorry. Okay, there we go. Back to being live on my iPad. I got this one last year, and this is just a really nice set. You had me at hello. It's got Be My Valentine. These ones, sentiments that are curved, kind of go with this curved banner that we're going to use tonight. And we're using this die a lot because it's very intricate, cut out with the heart on the inside. You can see I still have pieces of paper from cutting in there. So that's the first bundle that we're going to use. These are the cards that we're going to make tonight. All nice Valentine cards, all a little bit different. So let's get started. The first card that we will do is going to be this one, and I know purple is not really a traditional Valentine's color, but I thought it'd be a nice change of pace with this really pretty paper. All right. And just to mention from the start, if you place an order with me at StampinUp.com of $35 or more, I will send you all the supplies for the projects for this week, all 4 cards. I don't send the stamps. Most of the stuff is die cut, but you will need the stamps to complete the projects, and some other things like adhesives, and some stamp pads, and some embossing powder. We're going to do some embossing tonight. But anyway, if you order, please use this host code right here, and that'll alert me to send you the card kit. Okay, so this is just the standard card base that we kind of always use. This is thick basic white. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're just folding that in half for our card base. This paper is really fun. Now, we have our Celebration catalog right now where you can earn free products with a $50 or $100 purchase. This is a free set with a $50 purchase. And I'll show you. Mine's a little bit cut up right now. But it's 6 by 6 paper, and it's called Simply Marvelous. And it's got all kinds of pretty colors and marble type patterns. Really, really pretty paper to work with in all different colors. So I picked some of this. This is the Highland Heather, and again, just like everything that Stampin' Up! Does for coordination, they'll tell you the colors that are used in the DSP, the Designer Series paper, on the back. So I've just cut this piece of DSP and I've cut it to almost fit exactly. There's just a tiny white edge left. So I've cut that out and I'm just going to attach it to my card. Whoops. Okay, sorry, this is a new one that I got. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to put this right with just a little bit of the edge showing. It's a little bit crooked. I can scooch it over a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so I took that die and that I showed you earlier, and I cut out in the silver foil paper, and that's very pretty, very shiny, very intricate. And all we're going to do is just glue this right onto our card flat. And in order to do that, I'm going to use a little bit of my glue pen. So I'm just going to put this backing down so it doesn't get all over the place. Get it started here. Seems to be a little bit dry, which is fine. I think what I'll do instead is use the Tombow and we'll just put a little bit of glue in some spots. I'm usually not that good with glue, so we'll see how this comes out. I'm just going to kind of put some little dots here and there to have it stick on. I think that's pretty good. All right. Okay. And I'll just put that right in the center. Okay. Next, we're going to do some embossing because we want to go ahead and put our sentiment in the middle of the heart. Now this heart, I just used the same die and cut this middle part out of Highland Heather. So I'm going to get out my Versamark stamp pad. And we're going to use one of the stamps. And this one says, "You are always in my heart." And we will just stamp that right in the middle. Then we're going to use our silver embossing powder. And we'll just sprinkle some of that on and let it fall off. Looks pretty good. Let me just make sure I don't have any extra on there. And then we're going to use our heat tool to emboss that. This only takes a couple minutes to warm up, and it'll make it so pretty and shiny. It warps the paper a little bit, so sometimes I hit it from the back as well, which works just as well. And you can see there it goes. Try not to burn my fingers. Okay. And that came out really nice. Can you see how shiny and pretty that is? And then we're just going to pop this up onto our card with dimensionals. And we'll put this right centered in the middle. Okay, and then we're just going to add some rhinestones to just zhuzh it up a little bit. So I've got a couple different sizes. These are just the basic rhinestones. And I put big ones, a couple of big ones. And then I've got some little ones too. And that's it. Pretty simple card to put together. Let me put a couple. I have one left. I'll just put one on heart. Okay, and that's our first card. Now you can do this in other colors. You could use any DSP in the background, any color. When you're cutting these out, obviously I'm going to have a silver heart that was cut out. So you can kind of mix and match. So I did another one from some gold and red. Same card, used a little bit different DSP, put a little bit of a black edge. So it's kind of a gold and black and red. So that's just another idea. Same exact card, just use different paper, different colors. All right, that's card number 1. All right, the next card we're going to do is this one, and y'all know how I love my glitter and my pink. So this is a really pretty card. It's all pink and glittery. It says Happy Valentine's Day, friend. So let's get started on this one. Now, with this one, this is what I had showed you earlier with the different sentiments, the anniversary and engaged. And this little one, Happy Valentine's Day, friend, is the one that we're going to use. And then this is Bouquet of Love dies. And there's not too many dies in here, but it does come with an embossing folder too, which we're going to use for this card. And as you can see, I used the big heart die and little heart die, and then I used these flower dies to cut out some of the pieces for this. So let's get our pieces out that are already cut. Okay. So with this one, the first thing we're going to want to do is do the embossing. Actually, the first thing. Now, this one I've used the Very Vanilla instead of the white, so it's a creamier color. Same thing, 8.5 by 5.5, 4 1/4. This one's going to open this way. Now, I cut out a piece of the pink glitter paper, and I cut the dimensions for this are 5.5 by 4 of the supple shimmer in the pink. And I also cut my heart out of the middle after I cut it. And it's not going to show because all we're using this for is the edge, so you might as well make the most out of your paper, get the most out of your paper. And then we have this heart to go on top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Whoops. I am not getting things straight tonight. Let's try that again. Okay, that's pretty good. Now this piece is going to go right over, but we're going to emboss it first to make it a little bit prettier with that pretty embossing folder. And this is a specialty paper too. It's a pearlescent specialty paper, so you can see it's kind of pearly and shiny. It's a little bit thinner than the regular cardstock, but very, very pretty. So I've already cut this piece to size, and I'm going to run it through my cut and emboss machine. So let me bring that up here. It might be a little close, but hopefully you can still see it. A little bit. Now, this is the folder that we're going to use, and it goes with the die, so you can see the heart kind of goes in perfectly, right? So we're going to run this through the machine. So I'm going to line it up so that heart kind of comes out to the middle. Let me line it up this way and then close it. Let me see if that's about centered right. That's pretty good. It lines up perfectly with this little line that they have too right here. So I think that's in pretty good position to send through. Always send through with your folded edge of your folder first. So I'm going to put that down and just run it through. Oh, sorry, shaking the camera. Okay. Let's see how they came out. Oh, they came out really pretty. All right, can you see how pretty that embossed it with the flowers and the heart? And we're just going to end up covering that middle heart, but you know, you could keep it too and just keep it the way it is. So we're just going to go ahead and put this piece down now. In the middle. And again, we'll leave our little edge. See if I can get this straight. Okay. Put that down so it's nice and flat. And that looks really pretty for our layers. So next, we're going to take our pink heart and put it in the middle, and we'll pop that up with dimensionals again, just like the other one. Put that right in the middle. Okay, now we're going to want to do our sentiment. And this is a very little die. This is that same little heart that I showed you. So we're going to stamp on this. Normally I would do the stamping and embossing and then run it through the die cut machine because it's so small. But I think we can do it. So again, we're going to get out the Versamark. And this is again the sentiment that says Happy Valentine's Day, friend. So I'm going to bring this a little closer to me so I can get on top of it to make sure it's in the right place. Okay, this time we're going to use gold for embossing powder. All right, sprinkle that on. That looks good. Now, I was looking for I have some reverse tweezers I was looking for the other day to kind of hold it. Ah, here they are. We're going to use this because otherwise I'm definitely going to burn my fingers with this little bitty, little bitty die. So let's heat that up. Okay, that's all set. Happy Valentine's Day, friend. And we're going to pop that up as well. So I'm going to put a dimensional here, and then on the side right here, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals stacked because we've already used one on the pink heart, so we're going to need it double high on that side. Getting some glue on myself. And we'll just have this one kind of off to the side like that. Perfect. Now we're going to put our flowers on. And hold on, I just lost one. There they are. Okay, so let's pop the big ones first. Just randomly on the side there. Okay, then I'm going to use my glue to put the small ones right on top. Whoa, messy, messy. Definitely used too much glue. Okay, so it's a little bit layered. Okay, now let's see. I have 2 of these gold rhinestones, and these are the Gilded Gems rhinestones, and they're just little gold rhinestones. And I'm just going to put those in the middle of the flowers to kind of mirror the gold we used in the embossing. Do that since I've got my glue still trying to get dry. Okay, that's it. Fairly simple card, right? But very pretty, very sparkly, very shiny. Let me know if y'all like it. Okay, next card we're going to do, we're going to use some of the same things that we've already used, and this is a Be My Valentine card. So we'll get started on that one. Now on this one, again, we're using the Very Vanilla cardstock. We have a nice cream to it. I've cut this out of Basic Black, and I used this die set right here, which is the Scalloped Contours. I love it because it has all the different scallop layers. So I just cut out from Basic Black cardstock with the die for that. I used cherry cobbler to cut out this part of the heart, and then this is the gold. I used gold for another card to get this gold heart in the middle. So that alternate card I had showed you was, I used the alternates of those where I'd cut it out like this. Okay, so this time we're going to use this, and that other alternate card I showed you, we used this side of it. All right, so same card base in Very Vanilla. Now this is just regular Very Vanilla cardstock, and we're going to emboss this too. So I'm going to bring my machine back up. Now for this one, I'm using this one, which has almost the same flowers. You could actually use the other one too. Either one is going to give you the same result, right? So I'm just going to run this through my machine to emboss it. And this is the folded side. Easy breezy. Very pretty background. You can see how similar it is with the flowers. So we're just going to go ahead and adhere that to our card base. And we'll put that right in the middle. Okay. The next layer we're going to put on is our basic black layer. Now I'm going to take the Wink of Stella, and this is really fun. It's just this little brush, and it kind of gives you a glittery liquid. So I'm just going to use Wink of Stella on the edges, and kind of just it's just glittering up the edges of this, just to add a little bit something to the black. So I'll just take a second and go around. Whoa. Alright, I got a lot out that time. I'll go crazy glitter. There we go. We like a lot of glitter, right? Can't be too glittery. Trying to get a little bit more out. One more side. And then only take a minute to dry, and I don't know if you can see how pretty it makes it with the glitter edges. You can use the Wink of Stella on a lot. I use it on a lot of different things. It's really pretty. So this we're going to put right in the middle, and let's pop that up to give it a little dimension. Right in the middle. Whoops, got to take off my things. Got to take the backing off so you have two sticky sides. Okay, that's on and ready. Now we're going to glue this just like we did the other one. So, and that'll give the other thing time to dry. So let's play with the Tombow again. Now you could also put some of this on a little bit of a sponge or a sponge dauber. That also works to kind of spread the glue out a little bit and get into the intricate pieces of the die cut. That should be enough to hold it down. I'm just going to press that down for a second. Let me just fix my camera a little bit because I think it got messed up when I was shaking my table. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a minute. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And this is our really fun batter. And we've got the wavy sentiment. And this just says, "Be my Valentine." And I'm going to emboss again because I love to emboss. You don't have to. You could just stamp this in black if you wanted to. I just like the look of embossing. So I'm going to put this right in the curve and in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to get some black embossing powder. Screw it up. Okay. If y'all send out Valentine's cards to people, or give them to coworkers, or thought it was always fun as a kid handing out Valentines in your classroom to all your friends at school. That was always something I looked forward to. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Let me just try to remove a little bit of this. Okay, so we're just going to fold this. It's already got the fold scored for you when you do the die cutting. And it just kind of goes like this on this side. And we'll fold it this way. So it's just going to stick up a little bit. And we'll just put the glue on here. Okay. So first let's put our heart down. And this one I'm just putting flat. I'm not going to pop that one up because our other one is flat and we've got the banner going over it. So I'm just going to put this right in the middle, just like that. And then we're going to put our banner going across. So let me just put a little bit of seal on the edges here. And then kind of fold it to how I want it. And I think right like that. So it's going to pop up a little bit. And I think I don't want it to pop up too much, so I'm going to actually sneak a dimensional in underneath. So let me see what I've got. I'm going to use the take your pick tool just to put this underneath. So it's still popped up, but it's not going crazy popped up. Okay, and that was it. We didn't embellish with this with anything else. You could add some rhinestones if you wanted. If you wanted to add a ribbon, I think just with the wink of Stella and the other things, it looks good just the way it is. So that is card number 3 for us. Now this last card that we're going to make, this is also a fun card. And this card, we're going to use the Catching Butterfly stamp set. This is a free set. This is one of the celebration items. I got this for free. It's free with a $50 purchase. And it's just adorable. The little girl, it's got the butterflies. We're actually using hearts instead of butterflies to make a Valentine's Day card. The sentiments are cute. You make me happy. Collecting sweet thoughts of you. So we're going to do that. And then just all these little hearts that I cut out, same set that I used last week for die cutting. I just used this die here to cut out a whole bunch of different hearts to put in our net. Okay, so let's get out all our supplies and all our cute little hearts. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to just make a little bit of grass at the bottom. I'm making a mess. So I'm just going to take, I think I used Mossy Meadow for the bottom. And I'm just going to take my stamp pad and I'm going to take one of my stamping blocks and just get some ink on it. Like that. And then I'm going to take one of my painting brushes from Stampin' Up! And I think I'll use this one right here. And these are nice. These are little water painters. As you can see, you put the water in this part right here. So I'm just going to, oh, did I put my hand in it? Doesn't it look like, It looks like my hand or something went in it. Let me stamp it again. That wouldn't surprise me. I'm a very messy stamper. Okay, so I'm just gonna, it says push here, so I'm just gonna work it till a couple little drops of water come out on the brush. There we go. Maybe one more drop or so. And I'm just gonna kind of smush it around and pick up some of that ink. And then I'm just gonna lightly go across the bottom. It's a little dark. That's it, just a little bit on the bottom is where we're going to put our grass. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm just going to let that dry for a few minutes. Okay. Get my baby wipe and clean this off. Clean my workstation a little bit because I've made a mess. Okay, so that'll only take a couple minutes to dry. So while we're doing that, let's start our card base. And I'm using the polished pink for this, same dimensions that I've used before. Now this is polished pink DSP, and you can get this DSP in different patterns. Excuse me. See this pattern on the other side that coordinates with the cardstock. So I thought this pattern looked really pretty, like that. So let's just attach that to our card. Okay. And we'll just leave a nice even border, just like that. Okay, what we're going to do next with this piece right here is we're going to stamp on it. So let's get our, this is our stamp that we're going to use for our girl with the net. And all I really want to do is just stamp the dress out, because we're going to cut the dress out so she has a little plaid dress out. Now you could do that, you could just color the dress in with markers, Stampin' Blends. But I thought the dress looked really cute in plaid, so that's what I did. We're going to stamp that in the Memento Black ink. And like I said, I really just need the dress for this part. So I'm just going to stamp it up here. And that's all I need to do with that for now. Okay. And then I'm going to take this part for the card, and then we're going to stamp the whole thing on. Make sure that's inked up really well. And she's kind of running along the grass. So I think right about here is where I want her to be. Cute. Okay. So before we put her dress on, I'm going to do a little bit of coloring. I'm going to use my blends in the ivory and bronze. Now Stampin' Up! Just came up with a whole new set of skin tone Stampin' Blends, which is nice. I just got them. I'm still going to use the ivory. I think this color works really good for skin. So I'm going to go ahead and color in her face. And you can shade it with the same color a little bit if you like to. You could also do little pink cheeks or whatever you wanted to do. I'm going to use the other end to get these little tiny areas. Her hands and her feet. Okay, and then I'm going to use the bronze color to color in her hair. I'm going to switch ends again because this is kind of skinny. I don't want to mess it up with the brush tip. Just finish filling this in. Okay, I went outside the line a little bit on her hair, so I'm actually going to take my color lifter, see if I can just lift that part up real quick, because okay, and that'll dry. Okay, so I think we're ready to do our dress, and this is all dry right here. So now I'm just gonna use take my Mossy Meadow again, And it comes with just this little stamp that almost looks like grass. And we're just going to stamp this a few times on the ground. Okay. All right, so for her dress, there isn't a die for this, so we're just going to do a little fussy cutting, and I'm just going to cut out just the dress. And I'm going to try and cut it pretty much on the lines. She has very skinny arms. She's really cute, isn't she? Did a nice job making this stamp. Okay. That's it. All right, her dress is cut out. And we'll go ahead and adhere that with some Tombow glue. Tiny bit for her arms. It's almost like paper dolls. Do you remember paper dolls when you were a kid? Super fun. We just dressed her with a cute little pink dress. All right, that's it. Our girl's done. We can go ahead and add our hearts to this. And I cut some hearts out of the polished pink and also the pattern DSP. So again, we have some repeating with the plaid pattern. So we're just going to go ahead and set some hearts around. And we'll put one inside the net. Okay. Now we can pick these up with our Take Your Pick tool. I'm just kind of alternating them. And let's go one like that. And one like that. Okay. That looks good. Let's do our sentiment. Now I just have a little strip of the polished pink. I think it's 4 inches. Let me see how big that one was. It's very skinny. I guess I could measure it real quick to see. I think I made it about 4 inches. It's 3.5 inches by, looks to be 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and we're just gonna use the Memento Black again. And we will stamp the sentiment, and we're going to use You Make My Heart Happy. Get it on there straight. Okay. Then I'm going to use the banner punch and just go ahead and make our ends look pretty. So we'll just go ahead and punch that out. And I think that looks fine. Okay, so let's pop this up onto our card. Hearts are still wet with the glue, so I'm trying not to touch those. Okay, and then we're gonna put our sentiment right here on the bottom. So I'm gonna put a little strip at the top here, and then I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the bottom. And I'm just gonna cut a strip from my dimensionals that are left, because I don't want to waste those. And this strip will be perfect for the bottom part. Get on there straight. Okay. So we'll just put that right like that. And then lastly, I'm just going to glue a couple more hearts onto the bottom. And that's it. That's our last card. You make me happy. And that's a happy little card. All right, so let me show you the cards that we made tonight again. So we made our 4 cards. We made our purple. We actually made 5 because we're showing you the alternative one that we did with the cherry cobbler and the gold. And then we made our Happy Valentine's Day friend sparkly card, our cute little You Make Me My Heart Happy, and then this one right here. I hope you like the cards that we made tonight. I'm going to show you quickly a couple of quick things, and then I'll show you what I have in store for next week. So my paper pumpkin came today in the mail, and I didn't really have time to play with it. I just opened it quickly after work, and this is the one from January, and this is kind of fun because it's the Valentine's Day one, so I can't wait to play with it. But if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you'll get one of these kits every month, and you can skip a month if you decide that's not a kit that you're interested in. It always comes with a little stamping pad. It comes with a cute little stamp set. This X's, O's, hearts, love you, friend. Just really fun for Valentine's Day. It looks like I didn't even have time to open this after work today. So let's see what's in here. Get rid of this tissue paper. Let's see what we got. I wanted to have time to make a card out of this, but there just wasn't time. Okay, so it's got lots of pieces. It's got your little glue. It's got some cute little sequins for embellishment. It's got Stampin' Dimensionals that come with. And it looks like it's got all these little bits and pieces for decorating. There's vellum hearts. There's really beautiful embellished envelopes. Those are really pretty. These are the card bases, and these open 3 different ways. So your card's going to open like that, and then you can decorate. There's 2 different designs, and you'll be able to decorate with all the embellishments. There's lots of things they've included for you just to punch out and decorate with. You can stamp on this or write on this. Looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to start playing with it and see what I can make. Of course, it does give you instructions for the cards that... Oh, I don't know where the instructions are. Well, anyway, I know there's instructions. I must have left them in the other room. That kind of show you what the projects are and how to make them. And then I also got the add-on kit. They had an add-on kit this month, which makes these really cute little boxes. It comes with these little heart stickers, so you can make a bunch of little gift boxes to give out for Valentine's Day, and it comes with this really pretty gold twine. So looking forward to playing with that soon. The next paper pumpkin that's for sale right now is Safari Celebration. If you want to take a picture, here's the link. If you want to sign up for it, you can go to this link and sign up for Paper Pumpkin. It's $22 a month. That includes shipping. It doesn't include tax. And it's really a good deal if you want to get started with stamping, because it comes with all those different things that I showed you. If you want measurements or project sheet from this week's class, email me at sunshineandsparklestamping@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send you a sheet with all the different measurements and pictures of the cards that we made. And let me show you lastly what we have for next week. So changing gears for next week. Need to get away, so we're going to do some tropical cards next week. So I'm using a tropical set, and I have the Sending All the Hugs card that we'll make. I have a thank you card with a pineapple. Makes me feel like I'm in Hawaii just looking at these cards. Happiest birthday wishes. That's a fun card. And we're going to make a fun envelope to go with it. And then this is a stamp set that's free in the Celebration catalog also. So we're going to make this card that I just cased out of the catalog with our free stamp set. So I hope you can join me again next week. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope everyone has a good week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.